It's important that you stand there and keep your eyes closed. Do not open your eyes. I stand for this man. Stand for this man. He is mine. This is my right. Mine. Keep them closed a little longer. Let me get some protection on you. I do this for the greatest good of this human. May their steps go untracked, their spirits remain tethered, and their guides always know where to find them. You should feel a sensation, like a cloak made of softest lamb's wool settle on your shoulders. Picture it draping around you. Now, I want you to imagine you are holding a soft rope in your hand. It is thick so that your fingertips cannot quite touch. Do not stop imagining that in your hand. Good. Now I will lead you by that rope. Keep your eyes on the path. Don't look around. Let's go. You don't need to know who I am, Fy-machgen. What am I? Rude! I am taking you back on the path you thought you were on. That's all you need to know. There's many as would watch you lead yourself astray. Not me, though. I'll see you right. How to explain this? Well, there's worlds other than the one where physics dwells. Time was many could pass between, but the clanging bells and empires of gold turned a veil of mist into stalagmite stone, impermeable, impassable. Only a few even remember passing is possible. All over the world of yours they dwell, liminal and ephemeral for as long as they can be. But the places themselves remember when one could bleed into another. Rings of mushrooms or fields of corn, ancient trees older than the nations of the world, far older. And just how smoke travels miles on the wind, sometimes a lure drifts between, and feet that will walk in unwise paths, in confidence of safety, strike earth that is not earth, without knowing how to be safe, without knowing that when you see eyes you avert your own, that if you disturb something you show it the respect of proper fear, that you do not put a name to something. Because names have power, yes. Do you know what a name is? A magic spell. A spell to demand attention from its wearer, its bearer. And if you think of a human's name, there has not been a sound wave, a piece of physics, to carry the spell and enact it on their ear. But when you're in a place where physics is not needed, you can summon a thing with just the thinking. So you do not put a name to things, lest you call them back to your trail. And you do not let their light be reflected in your eyes. And if you see something made of shadow and sharpness, you run from it. Where? The term has been badly translated, but it is called Underworld by those who speak of it on your tongue. I'm taking you back to Otherworld. From there it is relatively easy to sidestep back to where you were. It's a matter of perception. If you lay a pit trap, you cover it with leaves to conceal it. So this place looks like the path you thought you still trod, but it is not. Why help? Because I wish to. Call it whim or call it vocation. There are many I would allow to be lost or overtaken, but you are a child of tales untold. I feel them surrounding you, shimmering like wings still furled, simmering like herbs not yet brewed into medicine. And I like stories. I've always had a soft spot for bards and storytellers. I want to hear the words you have under your tongue and behind your fingertips. If one of them consumed you, or stripped you of luck or will, or changed places with you, those stories would be lost. Grip that tether tightly. There, you're safer now, but don't let go just yet. Sit with me a while, storyteller. Come. Here and heen by the softly flowing water, you can be nothing but what you are. No expectation or paradigm upon you, simply your truest self. Lie beside me on green mosses and listen to the water and the wild. When you were a child, what animal did you pretend to be? Were you a little lamb dancing for your mother's delight? A wolf protecting the pack with tooth and howl? A fox getting into mischief? Or did you soar above, a hawk seeing all the world from a distance? A loyal hound curling up at your master's feet? If you like, you can be that creature here. All it takes is willing it. But if you let the rope go, let the cloak remain in your mind's eye. Keep my protection and stay here by the river. There you are, in all your truth. Lie here, let me caress you as you are. Feel my fingers soothe and warm you. You can still speak. Ah, well, that's hard to answer. We are here because it will do you good. Now that we're in Underworld, you're mostly safe. The rivers cleanse and sound pleasant, and I feel that being in your truest form will be a salve to yourself. And I do not perceive time the way you do. Physics again. So I do not have an urgent need to get to the conclusion, which is you, back home. Besides, isn't this nice? Well then. You don't have to get something for an undertaking to be worthwhile. At least until you are living desperately, in which case I understand the mindset. I don't eat. I exist. I enjoy stories in words and in art and in song, sometimes even in life as they happen, though not as much as I used to. Reality has too much decay, like reading from a book that is caked in black mould. I prefer to quench my thirst in fiction and allow my ravenous soul to devour the hope and heroes. When you get back, you can write me a story, dedicated to me. Well, I told you, giving something a name is a summoning. If you name me, I will know you mean me, and I will come to you and be pleased with your offering. No, Vamachken, a muse inspires. I would take the story, consume it, and be grateful. And it would be payment, which would mean you would not owe me for chasing away the thing in the dark or for taking you home. You should take care not to owe any of us. How else? Scatter indigenous seeds for hedgebirds. Clear choking weeds from struggling plants. Let moss grow and lichen spread. Care about your earth, and the things which hunt will see you like a bee sees a beekeeper, not like a wasp sees a jam-covered child. No more questions. Let us rise up through the earth, step sideways through the veil. Let's take you home. Here, this is where you were walking. Do you see your way back? Good. It is good to see one who asks questions again, who bustles with ideas and curiosity. Walk on. But don't forget my story. I'll be waiting.